Reasons from the Bible. The Crucifixion. Before Pharisees came for Jesus, he said, "I have finished the work which you gave me to do." When Pharisees were to come, Jesus has worked out a defense strategy to repel the Jews, and he was earnestly praying to God for his help. And according to Hebrews, God heard his prayer. He sent an angel to strengthen Jesus in his faith and belief on God. Then he was put on the cross for 3 or 6 hours. But because it was such a short time, it was highly unlikely for him to die this soon, as 3 days is an average duration for a person to die on a cross. And also his other crossmates were alive when soldiers supposed his death. When they pierced his body from the side, the forthwith coming of blood and water was a sign of a beating heart. Later we see the Pharisees and Pilate also marvel about things that might went wrong about Jesus. Now Mary Magdalene was the woman who was a witness of the burial of Jesus. Why did she went to anoint a body post-burial? Or did she saw signs of life earlier which she was keeping to herself? When Mary saw Jesus, she mistook him for a gardener. The disciples also didn't recognize him. Why? How could someone after resurrection started looking like a gardener? One answer to that is disguise, which Jesus took to avoid his enemies, and he never appeared to his enemies after that as well. The disciples all forsook Jesus, and they heard he died on a cross. They weren't expecting Jesus to be alive, so they thought Mary seeing him was an idle talk. The disciples used to cast out spirits. What they were not expecting was him being alive. Mary, man around tomb, angels all gave witness that Jesus was alive. Spirit gives birth to spirit. After resurrection, a person becomes a spirit according to Peter. But Jesus proved himself to be flesh and bones, a living human who ate food to live and had marks of his injuries. The only sign Jesus promised for that generation was the sign of Jonah, where he survived in the belly of a whale, and Jesus survived after suffering many things as well. The God who saved the son of Abraham from the great sacrifice also glorified Jesus and not sacrificed him for his own self, and raised him to the heavens till the end times when he will be sent again. As it is written, God will not cast away a perfect man, not will he help the evildoers.